With billions of people in the world, it's said we all have a look-alike somewhere out there. But for celebrities, their fame makes these encounters a lot more common. Take Ellen, for example. She was scanning the crowd on her show when she was totally caught off guard. There was someone in the audience who looked just like her. This doppelganger even shared how people often mistake her for Ellen on the streets. Ellen had some fun with it, even suggesting they take a photo together. Another famous look-alike story comes from Canadian model Camila Osman, who bears an uncanny resemblance to Kim Kardashian. Camila insists she never tried to mimic Kim's style. It's just that they both come from similar regions. This similarity caught the attention of Kim's friend Jonathan Cheban, who even surprised Kim by introducing her to her doppelganger on an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Kim's reaction? Priceless. She was so confused at first, thinking it might actually be her reflection. Meanwhile, on Good Morning America, the show's producers scour the U.S. to find doppelgangers of the hosts. Their reactions when meeting their lookalikes live on air were just hilarious, especially when Josh Elliott met his twin, and fans even joked about needing a DNA test. Back in the days when One Direction was everywhere, a teenager suddenly started getting stopped on the streets all the time. Why? Because he looked just like Harry Styles. Even though Harry hasn't met him in person, he mentioned in an interview that it was cool seeing his lookalike getting TV time. The lookalike even started getting marriage proposals from fans. In another case, during an interview, Ed Sheeran found himself surrounded by 4 of his own lookalikes. It was like stepping into a room of mirror images. Ed was just as stunned as everyone else. When Adele was gearing up for a show in London, the BBC came up with a brilliant idea. They invited a group of Adele impersonators to what they thought was a competition, but the real Adele was in disguise among them. She fooled them with a prosthetic nose, and their reactions when she finally revealed herself were absolutely priceless. And how about the time a Russian man who looked like a heavier version of Leonardo DiCaprio got his own reality TV show? He even started making money by posing as DiCaprio at events, offering fans a chance to reenact that famous Titanic scene. Over on the Graham Norton show, Benedict Cumberbatch once met a fan who looked so much like him that it almost seemed like a glitch in the Matrix. And then there's Max Kessler, a New York accountant, who looked so much like Adam Sandler that he got to meet the actor at a movie premiere. It just so happened that Adam Sandler's character in the film had the same name, Max Kessler. There are also famous lookalikes who haven't met their celebrity counterparts, but have gained fame because of their resemblance. Ashley Leachin, a nurse, often gets mistaken for Taylor Swift, even by patients. And then there's the story of Gabby DiMartino, a YouTuber who resembles Ariana Grande so much that she even appeared in Ariana's Thank You next music video after some online drama. Millie Bobby Brown and Natalie Portman share such similar features that fans couldn't help but notice, and even Natalie admitted to feeling flattered by the comparisons. And let's not forget fake Drake, who went viral for making thousands of dollars just by showing up at events and looking like the real Drake. On Late Night with Conan O'Brien, the host met his doppelganger Dana Eberly. They even tested the waters by sending Dana around New York City to see if anyone mistook him for Conan. And boy, did they! From Zooey Deschanel and Katy Perry being mistaken for each other all the time, to Margot Robbie getting confused with Emma Mackey by fans. Celebrity doppelgangers are always a fun story. Even Logan Paul has a lookalike who's almost his exact height and build, making their encounter seem like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. A couple of minor league baseball players even shared the same name, height, hair color, and prescription glasses. Fans were so intrigued that DNA tests were conducted, but it turned out to be just a bizarre coincidence. It's said that everyone has at least 6 doppelgangers somewhere in the world. For celebrities, finding them is a bit easier thanks to their popularity. And sometimes, these encounters even reveal a few surprises. Like that one time Victoria Justice presented an award to Nina Dobrev, acknowledging their resemblance on stage. Steve Harvey had his own double-take moment when he met a Family Feud contestant who looked just like him. Only, as Steve joked, maybe a little better looking. And Tom Hiddleston got a surprise when he met a few fans who looked eerily like his character Loki, making for a surreal fan experience. Abby Herbert, who has millions of followers online, looks so much like Jennifer Garner that fans often do a double take. And speaking of surprises, a TikTok fan of Jenna Ortega's character Wednesday even got a visit on set from the actress herself. While Billie Eilish hasn't met many of her lookalikes, fans love comparing her to Nicki Nicole, an Argentine singer who shares a similar style and vibe. Meanwhile, Reese Witherspoon has a body double who's become one of her closest friends. She even worked as her stand-in for years. And then there's The Rock, who showed his gratitude to his body double with a surprise gift: a brand new truck. Of course, we can't forget about Navi, a Michael Jackson impersonator so convincing that he was hired by Michael himself as a decoy during tours. He even starred as Michael in a documentary about the pop icon. With the world being as big as it is, these look-alike stories remind us that there's always someone out there who looks just like us. And for celebrities, meeting their doubles often makes for unforgettable moments.